What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. We're live. Another episode of Make the Right Play. As always, I got the coach on my left. I got Yabui behind the camera, making everything work for us, making everything sound great for us. Shout out Yabui and Yabui Media for all your media needs in the Pensacola area. We got a great one for you guys. We got a great one. He shoots the children. That's a crazy statement. He's a photographer.
He's
ladies
a photographer, and he made a mistake. And what Yabui? You have to tell the story. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
what happened?
I had a shoot today, and I said
he had a shoot today.
There's a lot of kids to shoot.
He had a children's shoot. He made a bad joke, and
he said there's a lot of kids to shoot.
Coach, you could get thrown in jail for things like that these days. I mean, you could get thrown in jail for making jokes like that. But you know,
it's true.
Listen,
didn't that girl at FIU get thrown into jail?
She got thrown in jail for making a joke that she was going to blow up.
Or somebody was bomb.
Move your mic. He's saying
sorry,
you can't hear. You can't hear you, Coach, because you yell away from the microphone.
Sorry.
Unbelievable. Okay, suit. Yeah, Prez. Yeah, I thought I'd rock the suit today. You know, listen, when you're on the job hunt, you got to look professional at all times. So thought I'd rock the suit today. This is Newsmax.
Looks
good. But yeah, you know, got to give Rob Schmidt a run for his money with all his nice suits that he wears on TV. You know. Got to look good. Got to look good. But guys, thank you so much for coming tonight. We got a great show for you. Tons of stuff to go over. Obviously, war in Iran still going on. We got an energy crisis that Coach can't get enough of. We got IDF, Israeli soldiers knocking Jesus Christ to the ground. But in the midst of all this madness, still no Epstein hearing at all. No victims coming forward to testify in front of Congress. Congress has been back. The First Lady called for the victims to testify in front of Congress. Nothing has happened. Yeah, it's been absolutely nothing. So the Epstein witch hunt continues, and then they still go unseen, as some would say, unseen. But lots of stuff to get to.
It's so funny because I saw a video of Rose DeLauro, right?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And that lady, she used to be our congresswoman, and she was a real whack job, right?
One of the best, Coach.
So we have to show video number 2 because I'm like, wow, I remember this. Like, just her typical, can never speak nicely.
Her being
ever.
crazy. All right, let's show. Clip number 2 here. Rose DeLauro.
Were the head of HHS, I would, by God, say, don't take raw milk. It is dangerous to your health. And if you can't say that, well, maybe there's some other conclusions that can be drawn. Thank you, Mr.
All right. I mean, first off, how could that person represent a group of people in Congress?
I'm sorry
honestly.
to say, the way that our district became in Connecticut, it was kind of a freak show.
I mean, that's just terrible.
It really was. And honestly, it was the drunkest area in Connecticut.
You have to be. You have to be drunk to vote somebody like that to be your representative in Congress.
Well, and it's
unbelievable.
so funny because like I would talk to people and they were like, Rosa is the best. Like they acted like as if I was a lunatic. Well, her mask came off in this video, and I just had to show it. Video number 3.
All right, let's see video number 3.
The head of HHS, I would, by God, say, don't take raw milk. It is dangerous to your health. And if you can't say that, well, maybe there's some other conclusions that can be drawn.
Yeah, her mask definitely did come off in that video. Jeez, Louise, unbelievable.
I don't know. I just find it so funny.
But isn't it just strange? I mean, honestly, when you think about it, isn't it a little strange that, you know, they always talk about like organic, right? You want organic things. You want to buy things organic, less preservatives, less crap that they're putting into the food. So it's like, yeah, you want to drink the milk straight from the cow. It's like, whoa. I would never have you drink milk straight from the cow. You need to have all those preservatives and garbage
from the cow.
Like it's
That's
like
the only way
crazy
you could
town.
say it. You can't like have a mature conversation.
God forbid.
Right?
God
you can't.
forbid.
You have to be, don't drink raw milk from the cow. That's how you have to say it when you're from Connecticut.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, that's how everybody talks to me now.
Really?
All the MAGA people. I read it online and they're all like, you need to take your head out of the sand. Trump is the greatest thing that ever happened. And I'm like, oh my God.
The MAGA people. The MAGA people.
I'm getting yelled at, but I'm like, if that's the representative, I think she actually does a great job. To be honest with you, because the people are actually nuts in Connecticut.
Yeah,
so
the people
I
are
think
crazy
that you
in Connecticut.
vote in who actually
They're crazy all over the
represents you
country,
the best.
though. I mean, all over the country, they're crazy.
I know, but some places are crazier than others.
Some places are crazier than others. That is true.
They need Jesus in Connecticut. Remember, we used to go to church. The place was empty.
They're like closing churches down in Connecticut. They're like actively getting rid of them. They're not, opening new churches in some places.
No, but they need some Jesus in that place.
They need a lot of things,
They need an
Coach.
exorcism. They need an exorcism at the White House. They need an exorcism in the Capitol with Rose.
They're gonna have to call that bishop that you love to listen to so much to do the exorcism.
Father Chad Rippinger. He's not a bishop.
I thought he's a bishop. No, he's a father.
I think he's just Father Chad Rippinger, something like that. I don't know. But I
didn't know you
I
could
love
be-
listening to his podcast.
You do love listening to his podcast. He's got some good listens. I definitely recommend
his
it.
homilies too. Even just his homilies are so great to listen to.
How many homilies are you listening to on a daily basis? You go to daily mass, and then what? You listen to you're like doubling up on some homilies. You listen to extra listens. Let me get a different perspective. Little take. I listened to Fox this morning. I'm going to go to CNN and try to get a different take on what the homilies message is today. Hoping for a different answer. Like, how many of the homilies are you listening to?
Just like some, mostly on Saturdays. Mostly on
On
Saturdays.
Saturdays, you go to Saturday night mass sometimes.
No, I usually that's my day off.
That's your day. Oh,
That's
so
my day off.
Your
That's
day
my
off. You're
day
gonna
of
enjoy
rest,
some
and I don't
different
go to
homily
mass.
takes.
So if I'm doing stuff, I'll listen
It's
to
the same gospel on Sunday, for the love of God.
Well, no, but it'll be like a past homily, like from a different gospel,
okay.
whatever. He's really actually excellent. I would highly recommend him.
Highly recommended.
Father
Okay.
Chad Rippinger.
Father Chad Rippinger, the exorcist leader in the United States.
But you know what's so funny is that I thought about the people in Connecticut because it says, calm your anger and forget your rage. Do not fret. It only leads to evil. For those who do evil shall perish. The patient shall inherit the land.
The patient shall inherit the land. Well, you know who's not very patient these days?
Who?
Is Israel. Israel is
my
the
gosh.
farthest from patient.
I have to tell you, I just cannot believe what is going on. Sometimes I turn on the news. No, actually, I never turn on the news. I go on
never
social
turn on the
media.
news
I
now,
like,
yeah.
let me just check the headlines.
Your alternative media now.
Well,
Alternative
I'll
media.
watch a clip, and then
Yep.
it's like Trump will contradict himself 5 times in like one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like wackadoo. It really is wackadoo.
Well, Israel's under some heat right now, and in my opinion, not enough heat. Honestly, I mean, what they did the other day is some of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. Let's go to photo 53 here, Yabui. This was a photo that was taken in Lebanon the other day, and this is an IDF soldier knocking down the statue of Jesus Christ on the cross and
Oh, God.
slamming
I can't even
the
look.
face of Jesus with a sledgehammer. That's an Israeli IDF soldier.
I can't even look.
So they do this, and it gets posted online, and instantly, what I see is the most disgusting part. Instantly, not like the picture obviously is horrendous, but what I saw after that picture was posted is the most frustrating thing that I've ever seen, and that was that piece of shit Mark Levin writes a full-on essay about how wonderful the IDF is and how wonderful Benjamin Netanyahu is and how wonderful the Israel people are and how they really protect Christians all over and they love Christianity and they love Jesus, and this is not a representation of the IDF, and that, we really need to not jump side. Like, it was so unbelievable that the initial reaction of Mark Levin and many MAGA people was to defend the Israelites and the IDF. I couldn't believe it. I was honestly shocked.
I couldn't believe how many people kept saying it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. And then it's like the IDF confirmed that it was real.
Right.
And instead of saying, oh my gosh, that's so awful, dead silence.
You ready for what they posted as the punishment for that soldier was?
They're going to look into it.
30 days in jail.
Are you kidding me? Now, if somebody
30
would have
days.
done that, like let's say to a menorah. Somebody puts a SWAT sticker on the side of a synagogue with some graffiti, right?
Yep.
Forget about it. You go to jail for a hate crime. Let's
For
show
life.
the girl from
For
ICF.
life.
Show what happened to the girl in Florida. What is it? I think it's like Florida International or...
Yeah, I think it's Florida International
We got to
University.
show what happened to this girl because it is literally insane.
Okay.
That in Florida... If you even say a bad, well, let's just play it.
All right, hold on. Let's find the clip number. We got a lot of clips here. Let's see. Keep talking about it, Coach. We got a lot of clips
Well,
here.
I just find it unbelievable how it's like they can commit a hate crime like chopping the head off of Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And that person gets 30 days in jail. If somebody paints
17.
a swastika, forget about it. Like they go to prison.
Absolutely.
For hate speech.
Absolutely.
Well,
God
let's
forbid.
see what
God
happened to
forbid.
this young girl.
Clip 17. Let's see what happened to her, this young girl.
In a WhatsApp group chat of about 215 students,
She looks like an idiot.
where students were discussing an event that was to take place Friday at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center on campus to make their capstone presentations. An FIU police officer read some of the statements in court.
The exact words utilized was, "There's going to be a bomb in the Ocean Bank Convocation Center, and it's going to be at Jonathan's fault," one of the members in the chat.
7 News obtaining some bits of that chat. It seemed the student wanted the event rescheduled and wrote, quote, "Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop some bonbons for us capstone students in Ocean Bank Convention Center." Other students wrote they didn't take that text lightly. She later in the chat wrote, quote, "I wrote a dumb joke that should not have been made."
I can understand your position, Ms. Corey, and you're saying this is a joke, but to an objective person, it's not a joke, and there would be enough for probable cause. I'm not saying it's enough for beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't know what the state's going to be able to prove at trial, but for purposes of this hearing, I believe there is enough for probable cause.
Probable cause. For what? Being like he's gonna. Now listen. I now one thing I've noticed about the state of Florida in particular, and this was in Florida, is Florida takes like that cyber threat or cyber commenting very, very seriously. Like that's a huge thing in Florida. We know KYS. Like it's a big deal. So
Yes,
I mean.
yes.
I could see that they're like, oh, like this could be deemed very serious, and then obviously they took action on it. But I think that'll eventually get thrown out, I would assume, because even the judge is like, yeah, I can see how you're making a joke here, but it's just I don't anticipate that
What
girl
are the
going to jail
chances that
for much long.
Netanyahu would have seen her WhatsApp? And been
It
like-
depends on who retweets it.
I mean, I know that the IDF and what is it, Mossad
Yeah.
and the CIA, like they have a, but it's like, give me a break.
Well, listen, like I said, it depends on who retweets it. But somehow, I mean, Netanyahu never seems to miss out on an opportunity to cry wolf, ever. He never misses an opportunity to cry wolf about the Jewish hate and the persecution and
Well,
the
he
Israel
calls
hate.
it, what is
Like
it?
he
He
never misses an opportunity.
The woke Reich.
Yeah,
That's
the
his
woke
big joke.
Reich.
It's the woke Reich.
Yeah.
So she's part of the woke Reich. But what do you call somebody who is bombing a girls' school in Iran, going into Lebanon, bombing people? It's like they just bomb massive, and it's like hey, there might be a terrorist. Maybe there's a terrorist. Maybe there's not a terrorist. But just in case a terrorist might be in that building,
We're gonna kill
we
a bunch
have
of
to
people.
blow up the whole building.
Yeah.
And if there's collateral damage,
It is what it
well,
is.
like that's just
Yeah.
part of the course. Oh, and then there's the cross of Jesus. Let's chop off his head. Oh, 30 days in jail, and then we're going to say so many nice things. It's like, I just feel like people need to stop acting like the victims, start owning their stuff, and start treating each other the way that they want to be treated.
Oh, Coach, I don't know. Like at some point, it needs to come down to why don't we just start calling things as it is? I mean, for the love of God, like, I mean, what else do you need to do? You literally cart down Jesus Christ from the cross. I mean, like, that's just like as blatant as it gets. You literally, I mean, painting a swastika on the side of a Jewish building gets you
It's
like
still
years.
disgusting, but
It's
yeah.
disgusting, but like you
Yeah.
cut down Jesus Christ from the cross, and it was just like, whatever. It was a whatever burger. Like nobody cared. It was like, whatever. But this is what I talk about this all the time, and I know some people are like, I don't know. They don't talk about it, but the amount of hate that Christianity and Catholicism, we're seeing it now with President Trump versus the Pope, like the amount of hate that Christianity gets and nobody cares, like nobody talks about it. It becomes a nothing burger. The media buries it. It's like nobody cares.
Are you
but
kidding?
then the minute a Jew or a Muslim or a Buddhist or a Hindu, it's like you're a racist, you're a piece of shit, you're this, you're that. They attack you. And then it's like, I'm not saying that's right, but I'm saying it's like, at what point do you not wake up and see what's right in front of you, that it's like attacking Christians is okay, but God forbid you say anything else. It's like nobody cares.
Well,
it's right in
Carlos,
front of your face.
I'll have people literally attack me for being Catholic.
All the
and
time
say,
now.
Let me finish. They will say, You know what? The Catholic Church is filled with a bunch of pedophiles. Now, in the past, the Catholic Church did have a problem. But when Pope Benedict was the Pope, he cleaned up a lot. Like, he fired a lot of priests. He cleaned up the Catholic Church. Like, the attitude by Catholics was, you better fix this mess. And they did not have, oh, we're not going to have any arrests. It's a hoax. No, they arrested people. They defrocked a lot of priests, like over 800. Like, they cleaned house. Pope Benedict led the church and cleaned it up. Right? But the same people that will insult the Catholic Church and say, oh, you have pedophiles. Well, what about what's going on right now with the Epstein list? How come we haven't had one arrest in this country? Even Prince Andrew was arrested in Great Britain because of the Epstein list. We haven't had one arrest in this country, but you're going to tell me that you care about pedophiles? You are just using that as an excuse to attack the Catholic Church, and it is disgusting.
Any excuse.
Now, if you were the person to say, I am all for them going after the people in the Epstein files, we have to go after pedophiles, and you felt like so strongly like there was no forgiveness, that would be your issue. But there has to be justice.
Right, 100%
There
right.
has to be justice. But don't tell me about how bad my church is when you're defending Trump being a pedophile protector in the Oval Office.
It's not part of the agenda. Whenever it's not a part of the agenda, and now that I'm noticing it, because I accused a lot of Democrats, right? If it's not in the agenda, they won't do it, which is still true. But I'm noticing that it's part of MAGA as well. If it's not in the agenda, they're not going to care. So if Trump says the Epstein list is a hoax, we're not doing the Epstein list, we're out on Epstein, we're not doing this anymore, all of MAGA is like, yeah, we're out on Epstein, Catholics are crazy, blah, blah, blah. Like, they'll attack, but then they'll never take any ownership. And Thomas Massey is actively trying to, get this out, get an investigation. Like, he's one of like the number one people actually saying, and he calls it as it is. Like, if you're not on this team of holding these people accountable, you're part of it. Like, you're just as guilty. So let's go to clip 16 here, because he's getting fired up right now because a lot of things are happening in Congress, but not enough with the Epstein files. So let's go clip 16.
Decades. That is wrong. Do not let the Senate muck this bill up. And if you're a party to that in the Senate, you are part of this cover-up that we are trying to expose. I am sorry if one of your billionaire donors is going to get embarrassed because he went to Rape Island. That is what they have coming. In fact, they need to be on the other side of bars, a lot of them. Some of them will be embarrassed. But some of them need to go to prison, and the survivors know that. So how will we know if this bill has been successful? We will know when there are men, rich men, in handcuffs being perp-walked to the jail. And until then, this is still a cover-up.
He's 100% right.
Absolutely.
It's still a cover-up until there's action. And I don't know. The first lady comes out and says, have the victims testify under oath in front of Congress. And it's been, that was April 9th, and it's the 22nd now.
How about J.D. Vance last week saying that he saw evidence that needs to be investigated?
He was going to look into Pizzagate.
Well, I met a really nice young man running for Congress last week named John Frankman.
Yes, John Frankman.
And he is running against Petronas, who Petronas took over for Matt Gaetz because Trump just handpicked him. He's not even from District 1 in Florida.
Really?
Well, this guy, Petronas, said he wants to just put the Epstein list behind us.
Well, because that's what Trump says.
Yeah, because Trump, and I am so tired of it. It's like we need to have people who have integrity.
100%
Whether it's a Democrat or Republican, we need to get people who have integrity, because you know what? They're both in the uniparty. And it's become so obvious now. It really has become so obvious. And it just makes me sick, to be honest with you.
Well, let's see. Coach, you asked him straight to his face. Let's see what he says. Clip 42 here.
People that are going to be behind you. But they're like, we need to get a commitment first. So, John Frankman, are you committed to making sure that there's an investigation into the Epstein files? Because we want trials, not files.
Absolutely. I'm all about complete transparency, complete accountability. If someone touched a child underage, I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat, they need to be tried to the fullest extent of the law. We should not be covering it up. It's just been a whole debacle. I can't think of anything more important than protecting our children than that.
Nothing else left to say. John, you're the man. Woo! John Franklin.
Great filming there, but shout out your cameraman. Great job.
Let's not even talk about the filming with that cameraman.
Shout out the cameraman, and that was great work. Yeah, but Coach, I mean, you asked him straight up. And the Epstein thing, well, listen, we're going to keep harping on it until something happens with it, because we can't let that go to the wayside and ignore it. Yeah,
He's
it's completely
100% right.
bipartisan.
It's a bipartisan. Like, you would think that every American would join together and be like, this is something we can all agree on.
100%.
I mean, you cannot have a leader who is so willing to throw his lambs to the wolves.
Correct.
You know, a good shepherd protects all his sheep.
Yeah.
He doesn't say, you know what, we're willing to sacrifice these sheep because it makes our jobs a lot easier.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
disgusting. And I'm tired of all the MAGA people who I really thought had integrity are the biggest hypocrites and liars. They really are. And I'm really ashamed to have ever been a part of MAGA, to be honest with you.
Coach, yeah, I get it. You're 100%
I
right.
joined with Tucker Carlson.
Yeah,
I
Tucker.
joined with Tucker Carlson, and they were all going after him. And I'm like, Tucker Carlson is 100% right. Trump said so many lies. He's not living up to his word. And rather than holding him accountable, you don't hold anybody accountable. You know, you don't hold the pedophiles accountable. You don't hold Trump accountable. You don't. I mean, it is just dealing in a crazy world.
You're
but you know
100%
what
right.
we have to show?
What is that?
We have to show video number 54.
Okay.
Because this should be something that hopefully might refresh some people's memories.
Let's do it. Video 54.
The Trump economic plan, we will cut your energy prices in half within, mark it down, and you can get very angry at me if we don't do it. Within 12 months, your energy prices will be cut in half. My plan will cut energy prices in half or more than that within 12 months of taking office. Number one, your energy bill within 12 months will be cut in half, and that's my pledge all over the country. Beyond farmers, that's my pledge all over the country. If you vote for me, I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. We're going to cut them down in half. And under my plan, we will cut energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months, and that means for your homes, too. I will cut your energy and electricity prices in half, 50%, 50, within 12 months of taking the oath.
Coach, 12 months. Within 12 months. That's what they said.
I filled up last week over $100.
Yeah.
Never in my life have I ever paid over $100 to fill my gas tank.
It's just,
I was shocked.
It's really unbelievable.
I really was so shocked. But it's like, you know what? Trump is doing such a good job. Trump is such a wonderful president. Trump, and it's like, when are you going to wake up?
Yeah.
When are you going to wake up and see that this man is not putting America first? He's obviously being blackmailed or he's possessed. And honestly, I really have to be honest with you, Carlos. He is so crazy that I think he wants to be fired. I really think he just wants to be fired. Like, he's like, oh my gosh, how bad a job do I have to do before they'll use the 25th Amendment on me?
Yeah.
He's worse than Joe Biden. He's so crazy.
He's pretty
lately.
bad. Worse than Joe Biden.
He's worse than Joe Biden. He is so crazy
it's a
lately.
toss-up.
I'm like, what is he gonna have to do? Go shit himself on the stage? Is that what we're waiting for Trump to go take a big crap in his
If he can't walk up the stairs, I think that's then I'd have to agree with you.
Oh my God! But I mean, honestly, I'm like, this man is such a lunatic.
Yeah.
The other day
He's really bad.
I caught him accidentally, and I hear we've been at war with Iran for like 5 months. I was like, 5 months?
5 months.
It was a clip and I'm like, this guy, I really believe wants to be fired. I think he's like, listen, if I get fired, then they really can't go after me and my family. And it's like, oh, well, he got fired. There's nothing he could do about it.
Yeah.
So I think he's like purposely trying to like be as big a nut as he can be. And he's like, please, will somebody get me? You got to show. You got to show the one where he actually tried to use the nuclear codes over the weekend.
Oh, gosh.
He literally tried to use the nuclear codes. And my husband said, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's not true. I said, Scott, I'm telling you, they're saying that he tried to use the nuclear codes.
That's what they were saying. Now, this isn't confirmed anywhere, but that is what they're saying. Let's go clip 20 here.
Recognize they've got some problems. They got to try to deal with it. And then there was a report out that they had an emergency meeting Saturday night. And apparently, well, one report coming out of that meeting at the White House is that Trump wanted to use the nuclear, so-called use the nuclear codes, and General Dan Kane stood up and said no. He invoked his privilege as the head of the military, so to speak. It was apparently quite a blow up. There are pictures of Kane coming out of that meeting with his head down to the ground. So, you know, there's some very, very bizarre things going on in D.C.
Well, there are some bizarre things going on in D.C. That using the nuclear code. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Coach? I know you're all in. You think he was trying to drop a nuclear bomb. You're on that wave.
Listen, I think
I
he's
don't know
a nut.
about that.
I think even listen, I think he's such a nut. I think he's possessed. I do not even recognize this man anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't. So and Ray, you know, he loves Cain, right? Doesn't he call him Raising Cain? General Raising Cain. I love General Raising Cain. Yeah. So what would Raising Cain have? You know, like.
Well, I don't think, did Raising Cain come out and tell the press that he was trying to use
all
the
I
nuclear
know is
code?
that guy
That's
was
treason.
on Judge Napolitano's show,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, he is somebody
pretty good show.
who is a very credible person. And that man was in the CIA.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they said Trump is losing it. And Raising Cain had to say, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not. You remember when they used to have the thing, illegal orders?
Yeah.
It's like, we're here with the illegal orders.
Boy.
It's like, what did they tell the future?
Well, we're going to get to that too. There's some futuristic talk, but yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know. I think Trump is gone a little. He's gone very off the deep end, and it's very hard to be on board with President Trump right now. And the people that are just Kool-Aid drinkers. They drink whatever the president tells them to drink. They follow every Truth Social post to a T, and you know, I think. You have to have a brain, and you have to be able to see what's in front of you, and what's in front of you is not good right now, right? The energy prices, they are not cut in half. I mean, it's higher than ever. And, you know, in Europe, they're talking about having to ration food.
Yeah.
It's like, it's getting bad. It's really getting bad. And at some point, us as a nation have to make sure that the president can't, you know, hide his way out of saying, oh, everybody's so happy, right? You have CNN posting a garbage poll saying MAGA is 100% happy with what's going on. It's like, guys, it's very clear that that's not the case. We were MAGA. We come on the show, we tell you, we're straight up like, we can't be a part of this anymore. Like, he's gone off the deep end. We're very unhappy. We go to Washington, D.C. We tell them, you know, right, we get Pam Bondi fired. 2 weeks later, she's gone. I mean, listen, people are unhappy, and it's public knowledge, and he hides behind bullshit, you know, polls that they post online. But it's time to wake up, America, and tell them, like, hey, listen, we're unhappy with the way things are going.
Well, Tucker Carlson had an interview with his brother. And
yes,
I have to
he
say,
did.
I really enjoyed this interview because my father was a WASP, right?
Yes.
And
He
I
looked
have
very
to say,
waspy.
Listening to Tucker Carlson's brother, I was like, oh my gosh, he sounds just like Grandpa Larry. And I remember they used to always have like these deep political discussions when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
So we got to play number 43
Okay.
because honestly, I was really surprised when I heard this.
All right, let's go clip 43 here.
Texted Trump and she said, my son is getting threats because I've disagreed with you on the Epstein files. And Trump responded to her by text message and said, he deserves it. It's your fault. People are threatening the kid's life. And Trump says, no. You brought this on him. It's on you.
That's disgusting. It's outrageous. I didn't know that. It's terrible. It's terrifying too, actually, to be so tone deaf, to be so evil.
Be so evil, yeah.
I have to admit that voice reminds me. It's despicable.
I mean, it is despicable. He's 100% right. It's terrible. I couldn't
believe it. I was like,
I don't even know how to break it down.
MTG, like you would think that wearing the red MAGA hat, I mean, she was such a foot soldier for that man.
Yeah.
She defended him to anyone who would listen.
Yeah,
she
true.
was MAGA all the way. And for him, like for her to be like, listen, my son is getting death threats. Like, I need you to like tone down the rhetoric.
Right.
Your son deserves it. You deserve it.
It's wild. It's really crazy.
That's evil.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the epitome of evil.
Yeah.
I just, what's this Tucker's brother on Trump behavior?
Oh, you said you wanted a second clip of listening to The Voice, I think. So I clipped the second one for you.
I have to admit, I kind of miss this sound.
Yeah, all right, let's go clip 44.
I haven't heard it in like 50 years.
I know you like the listening. So this is Tucker's brother on Trump's recent behavior. 44.
Flawed the individuals there are, how hostile they are to the American people who put them there, and specifically the Republican voters who put them there. And then to see Trump turn on her and treat her the way that he treated her was, she's an individual and she's tough and she can handle it. But that kind of like repetitive, crazy disloyalty, and to treat someone who had actually put themselves to hard work to great effect was unforgivable, I thought.
Yeah, completely. And this is not only President Trump. This is all of his big MAGA,
it would be us
spokespeople.
It would be us.
But like Tucker's brother said, now you have a house divided amongst itself.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people, not just Tucker Carlson, but a lot of people like us and a lot of people, that are out there that are, just won't speak up the way that we do. But, there's a lot of people that are upset with how Trump's behavior has been, and the MAGA spokespeople attack them all the time. I mean, you have people like Mark Levin, people like Benny Johnson or Eric Dowdy. Like people will go out and call them crazy and insane people for speaking out.
Left the Catholic Church, but then it turns out he was fugazi.
Yeah,
because he already left in
fugazi.
2019.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
he just needed to be fugazi. He's a lying piece of shit.
But Sean Hannity's been an asshole for forever. I mean, we stopped listening to Sean Hannity back in 2012, like before Mitt Romney days. Like Sean Hannity's been a prick like forever.
To him in years.
He's unlistenable. But that's the point I'm trying to make is that MAGA was supposed to be like, right, like we're not, like Trump's not part of the political machine, drain the swamp, put America first.
That's what it was. Simple. Make America great again.
Right.
Like simple. No foreign wars. Mm-hmm. We're going to we're going to release the Epstein files and arrest the pedophiles, right?
Right.
We're going to lower energy costs. We're not going to put our treasure into foreign wars. We're going to start investing in the American people. What did I see as I was coming in here? New York Post. Trump is planning on bailing out Spirit Airlines with a $500 million bailout.
Wow.
How many people have gone bankrupt? How many people have gone broke?
Yeah.
Right? Trump the other day was saying, we're going to be a wartime economy and we're not going to be funding Medicaid. That has to be for the states to worry about. So you don't give a shit about the American people. I'm sorry I cursed.
That's true.
But you don't care at all about the American people. But you're going to bail out another Epstein list person? Because everybody says that Richard Branson or Richard, whatever his name is.
He's an Epstein guy?
He's an Epstein guy. It's like we're being ruled by the satanic Epstein class right now.
Yeah.
That's not making America great again. It's not.
Yeah.
So if you're going to sit there and be like, Trump is doing a good job, you're just a liar. You know what you are?
What's a good word? Come on. It's right on the tip of your tongue.
No, I'm not going to say any bad words. What I'm going to say is that you need to go and get yourself a book that has the Lord's words, has some real scripture in it, not some fake-ass scripture with a fake-ass preacher that I see all over the place, like Mr. Mike Huckabee. I had to send you this video, not because I really care about what he's saying, but this came right from Mike Huckabee's
Oh my
Twitter
gosh!
file.
Here we go.
Looks
Mike
satanic
Huckabee
in this thing. Number 38.
Gosh.
Look at this man's eyes. It's terrifying.
I can't. It drives me crazy.
The United States proudly joins Israel in celebrating Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israel's Independence Day. It was 4,000 years ago here in Jerusalem where God chose his people. He not only chose a people, but he chose a place, and then he chose for the people in this place a purpose. The people were the Jewish people, the place, Israel, and the purpose was to be a light to the world. After 2,000 years of expulsions, pogroms, persecutions, and the evil atrocities committed during the Holocaust, it was 78 years ago that David Ben-Gurion declared the restoration of Jewish sovereignty in their ancient homeland, and then the establishment of the modern state of Israel. David Ben-Gurion reminded the world in Israel's Declaration of Independence that the land of Israel was the birthplace of the Jewish people. It was here their spiritual, religious, and political identity was shaped. Here they first attained to statehood, created cultural values of national and universal significance, and gave to the world the eternal book of books.
You know what other religion started there? Christianity. Christianity started there too.
They don't care.
Like,
They don't care because it's not part of the agenda. So they don't care.
Well, I think they're starting to come out and they're just like, we're taking everything.
Man.
We're taking everything.
It's just so bad. It's so bad.
Well,
it's so bad. I don't want to get into it anymore because I'm
saw
going to get
this
too angry.
Number 26. And this, I think you'll find inspiring.
All right, let's go clip 26. This is not a movie. What do you think about that, Coach?
I have to say that was my favorite video of the whole week.
Oh, there it is.
Because that's love.
At a 62.
Like, seriously, like, that is love.
Yeah.
Like, and, you know, like, to have people attack this man that is trying to bring inspiration to people, trying to spread love to people. And for him to just be attacked, it breaks my heart. But seeing that little boy running with such joy, I'm sorry, I have to get a tissue.
Oh, she's crying it out on the show.
Tears of joy.
She's
because
crying
I'm
it out.
glad after talking about all this disgusting stuff, it's so nice to like see somebody trying to make a positive difference in this world.
I agree with you 100%. He is trying to make a difference. I got to give Pope Leo credit. He's doing his best and he's preaching the gospel is what he's preaching. That's fact. Like, that's truth. He's preaching the gospel. That's what he's doing. And you know, if you have a problem with, like, he's not saying anything that's incorrect factually. Like, he's saying, listen, this is what the gospel says, and blessed are the peacemakers, and this war does not fit under just war theory because it doesn't. And like, he's just saying the truth. And President Trump is taking it a personal attack. And I do agree with you. I think that a lot of this stemmed from the Catholic Cardinals, the U.S. Cardinals or whatever that were on that 60 Minutes segment. I think a lot of it stemmed from that.
He gets
and
triggered.
I think that's what got him so fired up, like, to begin with.
He gets triggered.
I mean, it's the truth is that Pope Leo he's just saying the Catholic view of this war, and it's completely unjust. And I think right now, it's very hard for you to make the case that we need to continue to be in Iran. It's really hard to make that case. It was hard enough to make that case to begin with, to start. But now we're at the point where it's just like, dude, good luck. Like, I don't know how you're going to convince the people that this is the right move. And somehow he has. And it's just, it's very frustrating. It really is a very frustrating situation. But I do think that the truth will prevail and peace will come. I don't think that this is the end of days.
Well, let's show video number 14. And this is what Pope Leo is saying.
All right, let's do 14.
Please be careful not to use political categories to speak about faith or to speak about the church. The church doesn't belong to any political party. Rather, she helps form your conscience.
Well, that's true. That's true.
the truth.
But, Coach, let's not get all too doom and gloom because the Catholic Church isn't hated amongst everybody. Leah Bowie, let's show clip 21 here. You know, the NHL playoffs are getting going, and the end of the regular season was very exciting. And so some of our favorite sisters wanted to take in some of the action. Let's see clip 21. Having a good time at the game. Shout out the Red Wings. That's awesome, though. That's awesome. See, so not everybody hates the Catholics as much as Trump likes to make us think. But, Coach, I mean, so tons of things going on, which I'm actually surprised about. One thing that has suddenly reemerged itself in its ugly head is the situation in Ukraine. And we kind of got away from the situation in Ukraine for quite a while. And somehow Zelensky's mug has resurfaced on my screen. And he is desperate for soldiers. So desperate, in fact, that he is trying to convince all of the countries that his millions of Ukrainians fled to send them back.
Yeah.
He is trying to get them all to come back and fight his war, or fight our war in reality, but fight the war.
The globalist
war. Globalist war against the Russians. Let's go clip 4 here.
Що стосується молодих людей, які сьогодні не в Україні,
that's a tough break for the viewers.
Я погоджуюсь з вами, що щодо тих молодих людей,
forget it, you booey. They
can't, we
can't read it.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough break with that stupid thing there. Who put that there? What an idiot.
We couldn't read the subtitles.
So the gist of the video is that he's calling on the EU countries and the countries of NATO that all of the Ukrainian refugees fled to send back all of the fighting age males or even older men. Just send everybody back. And he is asking them to forcefully send them back as well. Like, not just like, hey, ask them to come back.
Right off the street.
Like forcibly, like send them back. Like, we need men to fight this war because that's what they need. And it's getting really ugly. And we actually have a video of one of the men getting picked up here. I want to show it as well. We don't need subtitles for that one. So,
I know. Next time we have to do a better job with notes. Like, even if we do it in categories when we have this many.
I know. We have quite a bit of clips here. There's just a lot of good content, Coach. You know, it's a lot of good content.
There's so much going on.
There is.
And it's just crazy town. And I almost like, are they just trying to distract us with one thing, distract us with another thing, distract us with this? I mean, they even distract us with UFOs, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to be waiting for this huge announcement about the UFOs. All these amazing discoveries. Huh? Maybe.
Yes, you 33. Thank you, Yabui.
Thank you, Yabui.
It's the double-sided pages. I'm trying to save the trees. It's Earth Day. Look at that.
They literally pull them right off the street. They're doing it all over Europe now. Remember, Germany made a deal with Zelensky.
Look at those women helping.
Well, they're hysterical.
No, they pushed her in. They pushed him in.
No, they were trying to grab him, Carlos.
No, Coach, restart the video, Yabui. Restart the video. Watch it. Watch. She pushes him into the van.
No, I think they're trying to pull. You see, like, she has the soldier's arm, and then she goes like that. Like, you know, she has his arm. I think they're freaking out. I think they can't believe what they just saw.
At the beginning of the video, she pushes him in, but that's fine.
Well, in the part we saw,
Whatever.
she was grabbing the arm, and then she goes like that.
She totally
She's
pushes him in the beginning of the video.
Well, maybe she
Just
was
saying.
trying to push the soldier. Carlos,
Whatever.
these women are so distraught. There's not going to be no men left. There's going to be no men left in Ukraine. They're all being thrown into the meat grinder, all of them.
They're totally being thrown into the meat grinder, and I'm curious to hear like what's going on. I haven't heard anything about what's going on in that war. Have you, Coach? I mean, is there any updates on who's winning that fight?
Let's go to number 11 because the Russians aren't happy with the EU. Let's hear what they have to say.
Well, they're not happy with the EU in general, not because of that.
По идее, нужно бы прийти в себя.
We have no chance with the subtitles.
You know what? We're going to have to, like, whatever we have subtitles, we might have to change maybe we could put it on top under Make the Right Play podcast.
Вообще у меня такое ощущение,
Maybe. Cut it, Yabui. Cut it. We have no chance. We got to cut this clip. Yeah. Maybe we have to change the
I think we're going to have to take that, Make the Right Play, and put it right under Make the Right Play podcast.
We may have to get rid of the socials. We'll get rid of the socials. We'll just be done with that.
Or just
Maybe
put
it'll
it
be
across
over.
the top.
No, we can't put it across. That's going to look ugly. We have to just get rid of the socials, I think.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do.
Well, we
just
can't
have
read
to
the
get rid of it.
subtitles, and we have to be able to read the
Yeah,
subtitles.
we gotta get some videos in English, Coach. English is a good language.
Well, right now we're dealing with a global emergency.
Yeah.
We're literally dealing with a global emergency. We have The lady is speaking in English. Where's the video with the lady talking about the food rationing that we're going to be looking forward to?
Yes, we have that
soon?
one. We have that one in English. That is a good one.
Yes, and she speaks very slowly as well, so everybody should be able to hear her.
Yeah, you can't miss that one. Let's see here.
Is it number 36 that you wrote France talking about the possible need
Yes,
to...
36.
All right, but...
No, she is. She's French.
Okay.
So if the disruption persists long enough, the adjustment shifts from prices, which we are putting up with now, to possibly rationing, with very different economic consequences.
She's fine.
Higher prices are primarily inflationary. Shortages hit output directly and are worse for growth. Overall, there have been so far limited signs of supply chain disruption, both globally and in the euro area. But local tensions are visible. Jet fuel prices have roughly doubled since the outbreak of the conflict, and rationing has been imposed at some individual airports in Europe since early April. And I'm not talking about what...
Yeah. That's like sometimes it's just like crazy. I laugh so hard sometimes because it's just like I know you like love these videos, and then I put the videos together, and you just have no words for the videos that we're watching. Like you just have no comment. Like, Coach, they're rationing stuff in Europe. Thoughts? What's going on? Like they're rationing stuff in Europe because we're fighting a war in Iran, and nobody would know. You have no idea because they don't show it on the mainstream media. That they have to ration fuel and food.
The issue is that it's not just about the energy, but it's about the fertilizer as well. So right now, this is the planting season for next year's crops.
Correct.
So if the fertilizer is not getting through, guess what? They're not going to be able to plant as much food this year.
Yeah.
So this year, we're going to be okay, but by next year, we could have a serious food shortage.
Do you think that this war is going to continue?
I do. I don't see it ending anytime soon.
This is Iraq 2.0, you think?
It could be worse. It could be Afghanistan for all we know.
Oh, wow.
Because I think Trump got himself in some kind of quagmire because I think he doesn't like to be humiliated.
What is that word?
A quagmire is when you get yourself into a situation that you really can't win.
Is that real? Is that true?
That's what they used to call it with Iraq.
I've never heard of that.
George Bush got himself into a quagmire because Trump got himself in a situation that he can't win. The Strait of Hormuz was open. He goes to war, then it closes.
Yeah.
Then he says, you better open up the Strait of Hormuz. And then he goes, wait a minute, I'm going to close it now. Right?
I'm going to put a blockade there.
It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
And the problem is that, in my opinion, what does quagmire mean?
It represents a sticky predicament.
Yeah.
Such as political, economic, or legal dilemma.
Wow.
Yeah, see?
I honestly, I never knew that was a word. I always thought like quagmire from like the guy from Family Guy.
I never even heard of that in Family Guy.
Yeah, that's the guy from Family Guy. His name is Quagmire. Like, and he's like the guy that like has sex with anything that moves. You know, like that's him. So like you kept saying Quagmire. You said it last week too, and I'm like, what is she talking about? Yeah, it's that too, right? Yeah. So I was like, what is she talking about? But no, so that's interesting. New word unlocked there. But yeah, you're right, Coach. It is a sticky situation because you are playing with a dominant superpower that a lot of the, a lot of the world's resources flow through this strait, and it's like chaos.
And then the other problem is that they're friends with the Houthis.
Yeah.
So the Houthis are threatening to take over the Red Sea. Right? So remember when the Houthis were messing around and they started all those problems where the ships were afraid to go across the Red Sea just a couple of months ago?
Yeah.
So this could be a very big problem.
It could be a huge
for
problem.
the entire world.
Now, let me ask you this, because this is starting to come out and people are starting to talk about this. Do you think that this whole naval blockade and this craziness with the Strait of Hormuz is a way for some certain people to get rich?
Because I also think that Trump might be thinking, oh my gosh, it would be great. Then I could go take over Canada. And then I could have some of Canada because I think like there's a part of Canada that might want to secede.
Yes, Alberta.
Alberta, right?
Alberta province wants to be a part of the U.S.
Generate a lot of the oil.
Yeah, it's all from Alberta.
It's not going to happen. I know it's in their constitution that they can. It's not going to happen. The lady with the New World Order, she looks evil. So you have this huge where, oh my gosh, imagine the United States could be in charge of a lot of resources, but we're going to have a lot of enemies. It's not going to be good. It's not going to end well. And I think that Trump doesn't want to be humiliated. I do think that he's a little bit possessed. I think he's out of his mind.
I agree with you.
And he got himself in a situation now that I don't think he knows how to get out of. And if I was him, I would just be like, you know what? But look, with Epstein, he could have done the same thing. You know what? You're a billionaire. Sorry. You were doing disgusting things. You have to pay. You do the crime. You do the time.
Yeah.
You know what? I made a mistake with Iran. And we're not going to be able to just do regime change the way that we wanted to. Let me just get out, cut my losses.
Yeah.
But, it's already having a trickle effect.
I'm curious. I'm wondering, like, sometimes I think about it and it's like, we're so far invested in this thing with Iran that it's like, I don't even think you can pull out. Because if you pull out, then it's just like telling everybody, like, we just look like pussies.
Well, he already does because the friends already got hurt. You know what the Iranians are talking about doing now? Breaking the internet so that way Dubai has no internet access. And Dubai works so hard to make themselves like into this reputable nation that people could go.
Big time.
And, it's getting slaughtered. Everybody's running out of there for their lives.
Yeah.
And now if there's no internet service, they're done. And it's just...
Yeah, we totally ruined that whole tourist scene and everything.
Trump really overplayed his hands. He did not have the Trump card when it came with Iran. And that's why I think he's a lunatic and was like, let's just bomb them with the nuclear. And Raising Cain was like, I don't think so. Nut job. And
we extended the ceasefire.
Well, what else is he going to do?
Well, Pakistan has them to extend it. Maybe he's trying to play nice with the Pakistanis.
Pakistan has nukes.
Yeah.
So Pakistan said that if they had the nerve to use nukes on Iran, that they were going to give Iran their nukes. That's what Pakistan said.
Really? I didn't know that the Pakistanis said that.
Yes, allegedly. But that's what I heard.
Allegedly. Through the grapevine.
Let me tell you something. World War IV or III?
III.
Well, I'm telling you because...
When was the third one? Did I miss that? When did that happen?
Well, you're right. It is World War III. Well, World War IV... World War V. We're going into a world war. Well, they said that the Cold War. They said that the Cold War was kind of like a world war.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Who says that? Nobody says that.
Some people do. I'm not kidding you.
Who said that? That's crazy. That's a wild comparison. Yeah.
But listen, Carlos,
Coach.
The bottom line is that they didn't go after any of the election fraud. They didn't go after anybody.
Let's show the scorecard. Let's show the scorecard. I think it's clip 50. Let's show the Trump scorecard.
All right, you could show it, but I just...
The report card, Coach. You like going over the report card. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, so I wasn't,
Look at that. Look at that report card. There's a lot of no's on that list there, Coach. Because you're 100% right. He has not done basically anything that he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't.
I think that we should talk about one of the scientists being killed.
I 100% agree with you. 100%
So why don't we
agree
talk
with you.
about that? You know what it is? These names, some of these titles that you give these videos, I can't even understand them. Like, what is Podcaster Talks Evil Demon AI that will rule the world? What is that?
That is the clip that you sent me from that guy's show when he's talking about Sam Altman opening those. He wants to have that major AI that's like a big demon that's going to control the whole world and take over.
I could understand. Sam Altman, like that I could understand. But when it says Podcaster Talks.
Because it's a random podcast guy that you sent me. He's some random guy. Didn't even have his name on it.
But the point is the subject matter. Like that, like the subject matter will help me to know.
How about 24? Did you figure out what 24 was?
AI portals here in the U.S. Not really.
Let's show it. Let's get creative here. Let's just show it for the
AI
fans.
capacity is shaping the balance of power between nations and all of our security. One former OpenAI executive said, quote, "We're building portals from which we're genuinely summoning aliens. The portals currently exist in the United States and China, and Sam has added one in the Middle East. It's just like wildly important to get how scary that should be."
Do you know who that man is?
I have no idea who that guy is.
That man is Woody Allen's son who started the hashtag MeToo movement.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He's the reporter who started the hashtag MeToo movement. He's Woody Allen.
A man started hashtag Me Too?
Yes, he was the reporter. He was the reporter that started all the reporting with the hashtag MeToo movement.
Really?
And he was really good friends with like Taylor Swift, and he is. I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
I have no idea his name
But
is
he's
either.
Woody Allen's son.
Woody Allen's son.
Who was Woody Allen married to? No, not the
we're
second wife.
talking about Asians?
But Ashley said he didn't do that.
What's his name?
Woody Allen's son? We don't know.
Ronan Farrow.
Roman Farrow. Okay.
Ronan.
He started reporting on Harvey Weinstein.
Yes, that Harvey Weinstein. That's
Led
what
to the
started
Me Too
like a lot
movement.
of the, where it was taking like big people down. He used to be on, I think he used to go on like, I can't even remember. It was so long ago, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But Ronan Farrow, right? So he's talking about this.
Yeah.
So then I'm starting to look at all these scientists that are like disappearing, right?
Yeah, there's 11 of them.
And I find, now I can't find it on all these sheets. And I don't know.
Amy? Are you talking about Amy?
Yes.
Okay, so Amy Eskridge, this is clip 28. She was one of the major scientists that was part of the UFO investigations. And this is actually a really interesting clip because she actually is talking here about some of the extraterrestrials that she feels is from the future.
Okay, so maybe these are the people that Ronan Farrow is talking about Sam Altman trying to summon. So let's watch Amy.
Whoa. What a claim, Coach. All right, clip 28. Whoa.
So the ultra-terrestrials, I'll just tell you. The ultra-terrestrials, I think, have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is?
No, Amy, what are they?
They're us from the future.
Whoa.
They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here, from the future. P-47 is present plus 47,000 years. P-52 is present plus 52,000 years. And basically there's a calamity, right? So there's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything, man. And there's the ones that go underground and survive, right? And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die.
Wow.
All right, so I watched that and I said, what the hell?
Yeah, that's like,
whoa. This sounds like somebody who needs to be put in a straitjacket. This
For
doesn't
real.
seem like it's a scientist.
Yeah.
Right? So then you go to, all right, now the Fox, all right, is the Fox segment on missing scientists, is that the report on her?
That is the report on her, correct?
All right, so then let's go to video number 29.
We dig into this story, the more we find. After urging from the White House, the FBI and other agencies are looking into the deaths or disappearances of these 11 U.S. scientists. One of them is Alabama-based scientist Amy Eskridge. She was openly studying anti-gravity technology when she died in 2022. Her death was deemed a suicide by a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but she warned friends ahead of time that her life could be in danger. She spoke daily with Frank Milburn, a former British intelligence officer, about the threats she was getting, and he believes she was murdered for her work.
I don't believe that she killed herself. I just can't, because I spoke to her 4 hours before and she told me time and time again, I'm not going to commit suicide. I am not going to have an accident. If there's something suspicious about my death, it's because it is.
Milburn shared this text message he received from Eskridge May 13th, less than a month before her death. It says, OBTW, if you see any report that I killed myself, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I overdosed myself, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I killed anyone else, I most definitely did not.
Most definitely did not, Coach.
So I'm like, so she really was a scientist because the news is reporting that this wackadoo
is legit.
All right, so you have Ronan Farrow talking about the aliens being summoned. Then you have this lady saying that there's some below ground. Then we had the congressman, was it last week, that he was talking about if you saw what I saw, you would be
crazed.
So, I mean, do you think that this is just a distraction?
I don't know. I mean, we talked about this a couple shows ago when we talked about like the satanic cults and the companies that had those underground things that they were trying to summon, like AI demons and things like that. Like we talked about this, and this is just more affirmation that this could be the case. But I mean, these scientists continue to go missing. This isn't something that's just happening now. This has happened for forever.
Well, they showed 11
cancer people that discovered cures for cancer. They magically disappear. The car that was able to run on water magically, that guy was killed off. Nobody knows what happened to him. Like this is stuff that's been happening since the beginning of time. So you have these 11 scientists that have UFO information or extraterrestrial information now that they're all gone. So I mean, this isn't like some crazy thing that's just starting now. This has been going on forever. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that crazy. I think it could be used as a distraction, but I don't think it's something that's like completely like, what are you talking about?
Well,
I really don't.
Right now, I need to be distracted. So let's show number 47.
All right, let's show 47.
Bella, find something to do, okay? Come here, you. Did you do that? Huh? Did you do that? There's a giant poop on the floor. I'm not guilty. Was it you? What? What do you want? You know Mommy don't let you have this. Yeah. Don't tell your mother. Bella, come on. Hurry up. You take 9 years to take a shit. Bella, hey, get out of there. God, Jesus. Okay, here are the artichokes. Ah, fuck. Friggin' dog. Here are the artichokes. Yeah, that's fine, sweetheart. Yeah, get the gorgonzola. Don't worry about it. Jeez. Nothing. This friggin' dog. All day long, she's up my ass. Come on, go in your bed. Nah, get out of it. Go in your bed. Don't tell your mother, please. Hon, she shit right on the fucking floor, hon. No, she shit right onto the floor. I asked her, she got to go out, and she didn't do nothing, and she goes into the other room, takes her shit right onto the floor. Yeah. No, I didn't feed her nothing. No, I ain't give her anything. No, the problem is the kids don't take care of the dog. They don't take her out, so she thinks the whole house is a playground to take a shit.
I mean, I see that every day.
Every single day.
Every single day we see that. We see that reenacted.
Well, hopefully everybody left with a laugh because I hope they enjoyed the show.
I listen, the coach. Sometimes you got to be a little informal. Sometimes you got to be a little informal.
In your most formal wear.
In your most formal wear. Listen, sometimes show gets a little crazy, but. We talked about some good stuff. Chat. Wish you guys were a little more active tonight. That probably would have been a little more helpful. But hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you follow those socials because next week they're gone. All right, if we're gonna have a lot of foreign clips where we need the subtitles, the socials are gone.
They're gone.
So make sure you follow those socials. They're down below. This is the last time, and then they're all gone forever. So
you'll never know how to find us.
You'll never know how to find us. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Follow those socials, and guys, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button before you go. If you are watching on Rumble, hit that follow button, hit that like button, and make sure you guys are sharing. Right, share. This is an informal podcast in a formal setting. So please be sure to share and have some good conversations, right? That's what it's all about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next, same time, same place. Actually, no, not same time. Hopefully back at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time next week. We'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy, and see you guys next time.